and an Olaf. They really don't want to deal with these champions. That opens a lot of possibilities for most of the members of BRU. But now, with that, again, we saw BRU use this on Shibas, and they know how to play around this Fiora, and that is what I'm scared of for FENNEL Adversity. Now they're drafting what they drafted also a while ago, a Senna to the Jarvan.
Yeah, the Senna Jarvan is looking to be one of these classic combos that we've been seeing, especially in this tournament. Jarvan has been the perennial pick, can be picked in the jungle, can be utilized in that top side. And I guess it's really just the tools that he has. It is very flexible. He can go into the tank position, he can go into an off tank with a bit of more damage, and the Cataclysm has been fully utilized by a lot of these teams. At the same time, we do see, again, this Thresh on the hands of probably Braum. And yesterday we were just amazed on how Braum is utilizing this champion alongside that. Lucian's gonna be a pretty solid bot lane for the side of Buriram.
Okay, we have seen this lineup already from the side of FENNEL Adversity. They have picked the Jarvan to the Graves. Jarvan is going to go to the top side just for them to have CC. And Graves would be the insurance to the late game just because the Senna would be the utility man of the team here. So what they want to do here is to wait for the chance that a jungle would be strong enough to be fighting against most of his members. But what's good here from the side right now of PRU, they have a lot of tools to win in the early game. They have 2 insurances for the late game. So this is going to be very tricky to fight against for the side of FLA.
And looks like for FLA as well, yeah, it's gonna be tricky. But it looks like it's gonna be a rehash of their mid laner earlier. They are hovering that place, and they do lock that. Then yeah, it's gonna be a very playful and tricky champion. So we'll see right here on the mid lane matchup is gonna be that Orianna against that Fizz, and those matchups, well, Orianna can just play that safely with her range. She can get some last hits in. She can use her shield and that barrier to live long enough to not get burst down by that Fizz. But it is still an assassin and a control mage matchup. It can be explosive depending on what we're gonna see on the side of the jungle matchup as well, because we're gonna be watching later a Fiora and Graves jungle, which would be 2 carry junglers instead of heavy ganking junglers.
Okay. What's really scary here for me is I think I saw most of the members right now of FENNEL Adversity use the same composition, with the Fizz being the only champion that has a lot of damage with them. But it's a good thing that they coupled it with the Graves. So at least later on, they have some insurance in the late game when it comes to the damage department. They have a lot of CC with the Braum, even with the Senna. I can say that Senna is really something to behold on the side right now of FLA. Every time that they have the Senna possibility, they're always going to be picking it.
Yeah, and Senna is just, it feels like their comfort pick right now. Whenever you don't ban Senna, Senna is gonna be picked up by this team, but they will be changing up the duo with it. It's gonna be the Braum, and even though Braum is one of those champions that is still a support, he'll probably still pick up most of the gold in this lane. A bit of a early skirmish right now. It's gonna be confusing for us because Braum is the name of the support player from BRU. We'll try our best to call him the Thresh player or support on the other hand for FENNEL Adversity. But yeah, a bit of a tussle right now here in the bot side.
Okay, yeah, Braum was able to use the play right. I can just say he's Thresh. Thresh was able to go for the play there. And we all know how this Thresh plays around the game. And look at the top lane, though. This is going to be the turnaround. Baron would be able to get the 5 stacks on to his head, and Cat Monkey is just going to be happy with it. What I like about this matchup in the top side, Crazy Apple, is that, you know, when you're picking a Baron, no, that's gonna be the hit. Support is now gonna be forced to use that wall and not gonna be able to survive any more of that brink. That's why they're forced to use the heal and the barrier. But in the mid lane, though, there's a lot of damage coming through. ADC is trying to do a lot of damage. Longley needs to be careful with this. But in the mid lane, look at this. There's a bit of a dance between our junglers and our mid laners, but now they have the advantage on the side right now, BRU.
Yeah, and again, ADC though getting caught here.
Oh, was able to get the hold. Zhongli almost falling down. That could have been it. He doesn't have the flash. He does have the barrier used. So he respected that whatever is going to happen here, it's not going to turn out beautiful if he flashed in against the members of BRU.
Yeah, and seems like a lot of action happening at the early parts of this game already. BRU trying to put their foot down. They have immediately taken control of both the bot lane and the mid lane. You see the timing of Shibas in that mid lane, knowing that, hey, the the Fizz is shoving the mid lane right now. He might be looking for that early back to be able to get a clean buy on his side while shoving this Orianna into her first turret and alongside, and was gonna be supported by that Graves, but Shibas was there to back up the Orianna. They were able to push back both of the FENNEL adversities laners, I mean champions, and they were just able to get that small advantage there in that lane.
Yeah, I like that no one is letting up. They're not trying to slip up on both sides, VRU and FLA, even though that FLA has the advantage right now with a 1 win. Is that BRU are really going for that. I mean, they're not desperate. They're just confident that they can turn this around. This best of 3 might still be a 2-1. It's still possible for us to win, especially that they let Brum they let that support player from BRU pick the trash.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see. Teams not giving up, teams just playing beautifully at the same time. Really, Buriram just hitting everything that FLA is doing, hitting them tit for tat, and looks like Brom right here flashing
in. Okay, that is gonna be the play. They don't have the flash onto ADC, so that is gonna fall down for sure. Shibas, what was that good timing? And we have seen Brom again and again, especially that they have the vision there. They were able to get the kill.
Yeah, and this support player right here from Buriram is just too good at these rotations, too good at hitting these death sentences, and again enabling Buriram right there to get the kill.
Yeah, especially that ADC didn't have the flash there. It was just time and time again. Whenever he sees the chance, this Thresh player would go for the kill with the play, and his death sentence is always perfectly placed, and that's what I'm really liking for the side of BRU.
Yeah, but on the other hand, looks like Graves right now looking for a gang on the top side.
Okay, they want to get the kill onto Cat Monkey. We all know he has the barrier on a 2v1. It's not gonna be hard for Cat Monkey to be fighting against them, but they respected that and they were forced to back away. But now BRU even is looking for this Ref Herald. They're not even having a care in the world for this Infernal Drake. But considering that they're seeing the rotation from FLA, they also want to go on where most of the members of FLA are gonna go.
Yeah, but in terms of back timings, BRU has backed already and has probably gotten a bit more items to FLA, but another death sentence right here.
No, again another death sentence, but that is good. The Glacial Fissure to the flag, and Drag was able to chip down a lot of members. They're gonna be falling down. It's gonna be good for the side of FLA. A double kill already flashing in. Look at that. That Braum player just flashed in the face of Shibas, and nobody fell down for the side of FLA, and they're gonna be taking this Infernal Drake pretty easily.
Yeah, pretty easily right there. It was a very good fight right there for FENNEL Adversity. FENNEL Adversity immediately recognizing that we're a bit slower on the play, to be honest. They were Buriram had a couple of backs for some of their players. They were able to pick up some items. So FLA immediately decided, hey, let's not put more members on other parts of the map. Let's all go into the Dragon Pit, so that when they were funneling into that tight choke point, Buriram thought that FLA was going for a back. They didn't. They went for the fight.
Oh, yeah, and they're going for a fight. Another one right here. They don't have ultimates to work with, but Shibas has, and the Grand Challenge has already came in. They might be able to take them. Oh, the Rip Herald was taken by them, and now they're ticking down. The heals coming in from that Grand Challenge. It's just punishing a lot of members from the side of FENNEL Adversity, and they're losing them a lot. Jungle right here might fall down. That's going to be it. He's going to be back away, but the death sentence again from Brom was able to take him down. A good trade from the side of BRU.
Yeah, and that was a 4v5 in the Herald Pit, and FLA was still able to secure the Rift Herald. They were able to steal that, but Cat Monkey was able to carry the fight for BRU. Although Zhongli did die in the bot side of the map, he was assassinated by the Fizz. It was still a trade for both teams in terms of objectives. FLA was able to get all of it, but Cat Monkey right now is in the driver's seat. He's able to get all this gold, probably go for the back, get some items. He might be able to just dish out the damage for the side of Buriram.
Yeah, honestly, the biggest reason why is because the Grand Challenge was popped during that fight. And Shibas was able to get all the weak points, and that's why they had full heals during that fight. It wasn't enough for FLA to be doing damage because they have a lot of sustain during the course of that fight, which is not ideal. Especially for long drag on fights, you don't want to stay if you're facing Cat Monkey with the Darius.
Exactly, and right now it looks like FLA is just cleaning out their jungle, but Buriram is on a very aggressive note here.
Oh, what a good flag and drag. I think this is going to be the Tress falling down. That was a bit overzealous for the side of BRU.
Yeah, it felt like Buriram didn't notice that FLA noticed them,
Oh,
but
they
right
don't
now
even
FLA
work.
still, yeah, pushing in.
Okay, the flashing flag and drag and the cataclysm was forced out of the way. The shockwave was able to hit all the three members onto the backside. That's why they weren't able to push in. But remember, I forgot to point that out. They still had the Rift Herald in their pockets, so they're gonna be going for a push here, pushing the mid lane. They were able to get the kill. They were able to get more, and this is
Yeah,
gonna be the last target right now. The crosshair placement with Cat Monkey. Look at him in the backside. He might be able to look at all his members. Look at that. The Noxian Guillotine wasn't able to get the kill, but now a lot of low members right here is gonna be the target for Cat Monkey. He's chasing them down. That's gonna be the next spray. Baron is gonna fall down. BRU with Cat Monkey, man. This guy, this kid is really, really a good player.
yeah, this kid right here is just in a way carrying Buriram on his back right now. That jungle invade for Buriram went sideways immediately. FLA, knowing the information, knowing that there was someone in the bush, immediately capitalizing with a flag on drag, immediately getting that pick and the kill. And again, forcing the issue in the mid lane. Baron tried to get another pick right there for FENNEL adversity, so that to be able to get a lot more control over the side of Buriram. But the flank coming from Cat Monkey was just beautiful, being able to win that fight for Buriram.
Yeah, man, I'm really, really scared on the side of Buriram Unite. Oh, what was that? Shibas was able to get a kill onto mid in the bot side of the map, though. They weren't able to answer back with anything. Because looking at this, BRU with Shibas, he really knows how to play around. And that's going to be the stun right here. Cat Monkey is going to be the target. This is really what they were supposed to be doing for the side of FENNEL Adversity. They should just be kiting Cat Monkey because he's really just going to be walking through against them. So that after they use the range against him, he won't be able to get any value out of that apprehend.
Yeah, so it's really gonna be that evolution of these fights. Let's see how the adjustment right there for FENNEL adversity. We did see a bit the adjustment right there, but as well, Buriram also made an adjustment. They have noticed that mid is always, but there's gonna be a fight.
Okay, Cat Monkey is gonna be the target. He was forced to flash away, but the Chum the Waters is too much to deal with. And FLA knew that they can take the shutdown goal. They were able to capitalize, losing one member on this next objective, especially that it is the Cloud Drake. They want to take this because they want to go for more fights, especially that they have Brom with the Thresh there. So if they want to go for more, that's gonna be the hold. Support is just forcing them back out of the way. They can go for this, but Shibas, he's still super healthy, but they turned around. The stasis was used. Not a good timing. The Lantern won't be able to save you there, and FLA is going to be turning this around. 3k gold lead right now. BRU needs to try something different. They shouldn't be contesting this Drake.
Yeah, they shouldn't be contesting this. It's a 4v5. Their most fed member was taken down early on with a very proactive play coming from the side of FENNEL adversity, immediately picking him off when he was a bit mispositioned. But right now, it looks like the trade for Buriram is this Rift Herald.
Ooh, they could have negotiated that, but now with the timings, FLA could go in for a fight against him. Everybody is sticking out. FLA has an advantage when it comes to the numbers, but they were still able to take the Rift Herald. Good timing for Shibas, but Cat Monkey also fell down. We're seeing FLA taking them down one by one. They're chasing them out. Even the Shockwave won't be able to do anything because Archony is being forced to back away, and that's going to be Shibas falling down right here. The Shockwave was able to get the kill onto one, but to what avail? They're not going to be getting anything because they're going to be aced right now by FLA. A 5-member strong ace against BRU.
Yeah, and a beautiful punish right there from FENNEL adversity, immediately recognizing that they had the man advantage in that Herald pit. Archony was nowhere inside. He was still at base. He was able to join the fight later on, but FLA was just able to throw it down. Yes, BRU was able to secure that Herald, which, yeah, kudos to them. They are able to at least get that objective, but in the end, the fight was won by FLA. But Brom right here looking for a pick.
Okay, he wants to go for it. He flashed in. There comes the Lantern, but here comes the fray. Jungle needs to survive for a bit if he wants to win this fight. But look at that. A lot of damage coming in from Cat Monkey, but he has already been down for the count. He's not going to be a threat anymore for the side of FLA.
Yeah, and I felt that was a bit ambitious for the side of BRU. There were only 2 members from them. It was only the Darius and the Thresh. It would have really needed a major mistake on the side of FLA for only having 1 member on the top side of the map when they knew that one of their team members was already in a very vulnerable spot. But also good call right there from FLA, always having the back of each other. And it's just been a game of those kinds of situations where which team had the man advantage, which team had more players on that side of the map, and they would usually win those fights.
Yeah, whoever has the more damage potential, that is when they pull the trigger, and that is where Cat Monkey would shine on this fights. Like what they did a while ago, that could have been one of the only things that they can do. They should go for picks. They should try to get some kills if ever they can. If they can't, they just back away because they have the abilities to do that. But again, BRU now is on a disadvantage, and what they need to do: try to get some pick offs, try to get some split pushes, at least invest, try to put the members of FLA not in their comfort zones so that they can try and go for those kills.
Yeah, exactly. And right now, FLA is again pushing the tempo. They are invading this side of the jungle, trying to get a bit more
Oh
vision.
no,
But
mid.
Shibas, though,
Okay, Shiba's trying to get a grand challenge onto mid. He was forced to flash out of the way, even though that he's not really going for it. But look at this, the Glacial Fissure would be able to hit onto Braum, and now he's going to be able to get anything out of the way. The Shockwave was able to hit onto two members, so 5 stacks onto the heads of a lot of them, and Braum is going to fall down also. That's going to be a lot of damage. Shibas, look at this in the back line. He was trying to do some damage, but he was forced to flash away, and that's going to be it. One is down for the count, and this is going to be it. They're trying to get onto Shibas. He's going to fall down, and that's going to be 4 members for 2 in favor of FLA.
yeah, and there's a sudden fight happening in the mid lane. Probably they just look at each other very, very badly, and they're like, "Yeah, let's fight right here." And the fight was so long that Shibas and mid, they were on the top side of the map. They were able to join the fight, and FLA was able to turn that around with Cat Monkey right there trying to really force the issue, but he was picked off, just kited by the members of FLA. And with that, FLA will be taking this Baron.
Yeah, I'm really scared. Honestly, even though that FLA has the advantage, I'm really scared of this Thresh player from the side of PRU. Honestly, he was the one making plays. He was the one probably making calls for the team here. He's the shining star of the game, and that's why everyone just follows through on his calls. And just on that last fight, it was just not enough for them just because they have big disadvantages when it comes to the items. They just need Shibas and Archony to get those right items for them to get on those bigger fights. Because right now, they won't be able to win against it, but now they're going to go for more. A grand challenge has been used. Shibas was forced to back away. Now, the Cataclysm would be able to hit onto one, and that's going to be the target coming in. The Dawning Shadow would be able to survive on a lot of members. FLA is trying to do some damage, but not enough to get any wins. PRU are trying the desperation here. They're forced to back away. The last member, Archony, now 1 HP, not going to be able to do anything, and I think this is going to be game crazy. Apple, FLA are just trying to take everything, but they try to do the methodic thing. They're going to be backing away, trying to take this inhibitor turret, but I think okay, they could possibly end this game.
This
They're gonna
just
go
might be
in.
the end.
They're gonna be able, yeah, they're gonna be going for the kill. What is this FLA? The confidence came in. They know that they can end it. They tried to take that archery, and that's gonna be the win. FLA forces BRU onto the losers bracket.
Yeah, and congratulations to FENNEL Adversity. They'll be moving to round 3 of the upper bracket. They are the first team to have gone to that next round. And I just want to say that the things that were happening in the mid lane suddenly went from bad to worse on the side of Buriram. They were trying to force these fights. Shibas was caught in the mid lane, being a bit too forward in his positioning. He had to burn the grand challenge, and they were forced into a fight by FLA. Baron right there forcing the issue with that with the Cataclysm, just enabled the FLA's composition to just take down members of BRU one by one. The Cataclysm was so beautifully used; it trapped certain members at the same time, separating the fight. So yeah, a very good game right there from FENNEL Adversity. Unfortunately, Buriram will be going into the lower bracket. They still have a chance to win this whole tournament. They just need to run through the whole lower bracket. But for FLA, they deserve this win and how they played this game too, and they're just gonna cement themselves in a better position.
Yeah, I can also say for the side of FLA, even though that Baron, I think, is one of the players that they need to look out for in ADC on the side of FLA. Because honestly, the Cataclysms, the Flag and Drags coming in from Baron was so good in enabling a lot of their players. Mid will follow through, jungle would follow through, and that was just Baron making use of his all of his skill set and being that tank that the team needs whenever he's needed. Front to back, they're good with that, and they know how to stay in formation. Also, don't forget, ADC always picks the Senna. If you give him the Senna, he's going to be using that in his favor for sure. He's going to be the utility man, but even though that's the case, the other members would be enabled. Like jungle and mid, they're always enabled just because ADC picks the Senna.
Yeah, and as the schedule is, this is going to be the final game for today as well, the final match. So there's going to be this 1 week gap because we're gonna the next games will be in the next week, and there's going to be this
Correct.
1 week gap where teams can look over the VODs, maybe check out these picks and bans. As you mentioned,
Right.
it is the Senna pick over and over again for Fennel Adversity. I believe in game one, it should have been a different pick. Senna was
Right.
banned, but in game two, it was a different case. We were looking forward maybe and whoever will be the opponent of Fennel Adversity probably next week. Will they ban out the Senna? Will they allow Fennel
Yeah.
Adversity to still utilize these kinds of front to back compositions, and at the same time they also ball up to really separate these fights? So yeah, a lot of adjustments that we may be seeing next week for these
Yeah.
teams.
Yeah, I'm really excited, especially Crazy Apple when it comes to the lower brackets, because most of the teams there, they're desperate for the wins because it's a best of one. They need to try their best every game, and before them to get a revenge match against whoever put them down there on the lower bracket. So now, again, before we go on for our games today, that was our last match for the day. You can win NFTs and SAS tokens from Smash Chain. Share the live stream on Twitter or Facebook with the hashtag SGH Network, and guessing who will be the champions of this tournament. Include your Trovo username on and make sure it's following SGH Network on Trovo or Facebook. And I think Crazy Apple has a message from our sponsors.
Yeah, and we'd like to thank our sponsors as well. SGH Network is a tournament hosting network as well as a content network where we feature the best and most flashy players in the Call of Duty mobile and League of Legends Wild Rift scenes on a large scale event, online events such as this one. As well, we'd also like to thank Smash Chain. Smash Chain is an upcoming creation of the world's most valuable catalog of rare, non-fungible assets through partnerships with acclaimed artists, creators, and distinguished personalities from every industry. Smash Chain aims to become the first of its kind project dedicated to the advancement of all kinds of NFT technologies, use cases, and creators.
Yeah, and again, I would just like to congratulate the teams that were able to win their games today. It is Sem9, MBR, and also Fennel Adversity, who was able to test their boundaries, test their limits today, and they were able to get all their wins right now. Mostly of the best of threes, it's a 2-0. That just says a lot. So I'm excited if they face each other in the bracket, whoever is going to win. But again, everyone, that was just our last game of the week. And that is going to be it for now. We have been your casters for today. I'm Dash, and I was here with Crazy Apple. See you guys next week for more Wild Rift action.